This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete Haynes online manual at haynes.com.
Front strut. Removal. Raise the seat to its highest position, move the seat cushion as far forward as it will go, and tilt the seat backrest as far forward as possible. Undo the retaining bolts and lift out the battery clamp plate. Unclip the small cover over the negative battery terminal, followed by the main cover. Slacken the retaining nut, then with a twisting motion, pull the negative lead clamp from the battery negative terminal. Use a short length of rubber hose to insulate the battery terminal to prevent accidental reconnection. Using the locking wheel bolt adapter where necessary, slacken each of the wheel nuts half a turn. Position the workshop jack under the front subframe rear mounting, then raise the vehicle until the tyre is clear of the ground. Place an axle stand under the chassis member and remove the jack. Fully unscrew the nuts and remove the wheel. Undo the nut and detach the ABS wiring harness bracket from the strut. Counterhold the ball joint shank with an Allen key, then undo the nut and detach the anti-roll bar link rod from the suspension strut. Unscrew and remove the pinch bolt securing the steering knuckle assembly to the front suspension strut. Discard the bolt as a new one must be used for refitting. Spread open the clamp slightly using a wedge-shaped tool and release the knuckle from the strut. If necessary, tap the knuckle downwards with a soft-headed mallet to separate the two components. If necessary, wrap a chain around the lower arm and using a lever, force the steering knuckle and arm downwards. Unclip the right hand side lower fascia panel and remove the bottle holder. Undo the screws securing the right hand fascia panel. Prise the cup holder from the end of the fascia and undo the screw beneath. Pull the rubber weather strip from the door pillar, then unclip and remove the fascia end panel. Undo the remaining screw, then remove the fascia panel. Undo the nuts and move the 16-pin diagnostic socket to one side. Unclip the wiring connector from the side of the fuse box. Undo the bolt at the side and the two nuts along the top edge, then move the fuse box to one side. Remove the insulation material from above the strut mounting. Open the passenger side glove box, squeeze together the stops and lower the lid. Unclip the fascia panel and remove the bottle holder. Undo the two bolts and move the wiring connector to one side. Undo the bolts and place the bracket to one side. Remove the insulation material above the strut mounting. Have an assistant support the strut, then undo the upper mounting nuts and lower the strut from place. Maneuver the suspension strut into position, then refit the upper mounting nuts. and tighten them to the specified torque. Refit the insulation material above the upper mounting. Manoeuvre the fuse box back into position, then refit the retaining bolt and nuts and tighten them securely. Clip the wiring connector back into place at the side of the fuse box. Refit the diagnostic socket and tighten the retaining nuts. Clip the fascia panel back into place and secure it with the screw. Refit the fascia end panel, tighten the screw. Insert the upper screw, tighten it securely and refit the cup holder. Refit the fascia panel, insert and tighten the retaining screws, then clip the bottle holder into place and refit the rubber mat. Clip the lower fascia panel back into place. Refit the insulation material above the upper mounting. Manoeuvre the bracket into position, then tighten the retaining bolts. Refit the wiring connector and tighten the bolts. Clip the bottle holder into place, refit the rubber mat, followed by the fascia panel. Fully close the glove box. Align the base of the strut with the knuckle, then position a jack under the lower arm and raise the knuckle into place on the strut. Insert the new pinch bolt, tighten it to the specified torque and angle. Reconnect the anti-roll bar and tighten the nut to the specified torque. Refit the wiring harness bracket to the strut and tighten the nut securely. Fit the wheel over the hub studs and lightly tighten the retaining nuts. Raise the vehicle, remove the axle stands and lower the vehicle to the ground. Working in a diagonal pattern, tighten the nuts to the specified torque. Remove the insulation, then press the negative lead clamp down over the battery negative terminal, then tighten the retaining nut securely. Refit the main battery cover and the negative terminal cover. Refit the clamp plate and securely tighten the retaining bolts. Move the driver's seat back into position.